Well, now a new platform is forging its own space for healthcare, focused on medical freedom. It's called GoldCare, prioritizing truth and transparency while pushing away big pharma. The CEO of GoldCare, Dr. Simone Gold, joins me now, along with country music superstar John Rich, half of the iconic duo Big and Rich. Thanks to both of you for joining me this morning. John, let me start with you. Welcome back to the show. You know, last time you and I were talking, we were discussing your Old Glory Bank and its freedom from cancel culture in banking. Freedom's a really important word to you. Tell me about teaming up with GoldCare.
Yeah, so I think kind of like Old Glory Bank, we needed a different option in the world of medicine. And I, like many people during the COVID pandemic, experienced medical tyranny myself. As a matter of fact, the doctor I'd had for 15 years refused to prescribe things I was asking for, like ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine. When I wanted to try that route and see if it worked, they wouldn't even prescribe it. So I fired that doctor, actually, at that point, probably like a lot of people did. What Dr. Gold has done is she's put together a conglomerate of independent doctors who will tell you the truth, who are not on the big pharma payroll. They're not a part of some medical industrial complex. They're there to actually help the patients. And when I found out it's $20 a month for your whole family to be a member of GoldCare.com, I signed up immediately. My wife's already had 3 sessions with doctors, and I've had 2.
$20 a month for the whole family is a game changer for folks. I mean, Dr. Gold, tell me more about GoldCare, because you created it to dismantle big pharma's grip on our healthcare system. You know, so what is it? How does it work?
You know, we are here to help patients just like John Rich and patients all across America. We want patients, all people, to have access to solid information from unbiased sources. We saw during COVID that the doctors, government, and media was giving out certain talking points and protocols according to big pharma's agenda and government agenda. So we said we can't have that. We need to prioritize the doctor-patient relationship. So GoldCare has telemedicine doctors all across the entire nation, available to every person in the country, where you can get unbiased information. Our doctors are all independent. They don't get any kind of connection. We don't have any connection to big pharma, but we just give you the truth. So, for example, if you had COVID, you would have been able to get hydroxychloroquine or ivermectin. If you're concerned about bird flu, if you want to know the truth about Ozempic, if you want to know if you should be on a particular medication that your doctor put you on 20 years ago, and if you still need that medicine, it's sad to say that most of the time you don't know if the doctor is telling you the unbiased, unvarnished truth, because they are being incentivized on the back end. So we at GoldCare.com, we're not incentivized other than to help the patient in front of us.
Yeah, it's a fascinating concept. And John, tell me about transparency when it comes to pricing, because I think everybody has their own personal medical story, right? You go to the doctor, you leave a procedure, and then you're hit with something totally unexpected. Like for me and my husband, I just gave birth 8 months ago. We paid everything we owed at the time. And then now a month ago, we're hit with thousands more dollars, you know, that they didn't tell us about in the first place. So how is this going to change the game in terms of transparency?
Well, when you set up an appointment in like a 15 or 30-minute block with one of these doctors, like what I did, it's basically this really affordable rate. You just pay as you go, and you get real information. I mean, the amount of time I have personally saved now from learning what I learned in my 15-minute session is unbelievable. And I know, Dr. Gold, we could go on and on about this, but at GoldCare.com, if you go on there and read about it, it is an absolute vault of information, a vault. Like, you can do all your own research as long as you want to. You will never get the info you get off this website. So I urge people to do it. For $20 a month, what an ace up your sleeve that is to have for yourself and your family.
Yeah, why not try it? And Dr. Gold, for people watching right now who are saying, hey, this sounds pretty good for me and my loved ones, how do they get signed up? Where do you start?
Listen, we made it really easy for the consumer. I know the complexity you're talking about. You know, you get these bills later, you get these long statements, all of that. We have none of that. Just go to GoldCare.com. It takes about 2 minutes to sign up. There's no long contract. If for some reason you don't like it, you just leave at any time, and you start taking the classes right away. We've got nutrition classes, weight loss classes. We've got all sorts of classes on any subject. Bird flu, people are, you know, that's the big subject these days. If you want to leave your insurance model behind and try something different, I have not had health insurance for more than 10 years, but I do have a financial safety net in place. So the situation you've gone through where you get these bills 8 months later, we teach you how to exit that system if you're interested in that. If you have a question in the medical health space, GoldCare's got the answer.